Many times, remember that man's faith is tested many times before he is crowned with final victory. And accept your defeat as nothing more than a challenge to keep on trying.
But I'm starting to realize, bro, when you dance to your own rhythm, when you play by your own rules, and you living through your vision, that's a perfect indication you're doing it correctly. Because they literally don't see what you see. They don't see it. They don't see what you see. They don't see as far as you see. And they don't understand why you see what you see. They don't even understand where it's coming from internally. They don't. I didn't get that back then. I just knew I had the desire for more. I knew I had a vision that I couldn't ignore.
There is no end to what you're capable of doing.
Once you get into this vibration, you'll start attracting things.
All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start on the US 30. The US 30 made a new weekly high here and came down and broke the midweek, bounced off the midweek and made a new high today. I didn't take no positions on the US 30 today because it was doing this. So I didn't take nothing on the US 30 today. So the new weekly high for US 30 is 46,482.7. So we got the weekly high at 46. 46,482.7. Weekly low 46,008.4. Given a midweek resistance area of 46 to 45.6. It looked like it's still rejecting the midweek, even with the weekly, with the new high. They've been coming here and pulling down towards the trend. I will wait to take it more towards the trend and for a buy because it still hasn't broken the uptrend. So for New York, I will look for it to break down here. Look for it to break towards this trend line, more towards the trend, like right underneath the midweek. I will take this as my TP1. And this is the CP2. Wait a minute, hold up. We got a new month candle come out. Yeah, October candle come out. The month strength. That's why I wanted to do the call tonight. Because the new month's candle came out. So we got the weekly high at 46,383. I mean, the monthly high at 46,383. The monthly low 44,938.3. Monthly high at 46,383. The monthly low at 44,938.3. Giving us a mid-month resistance of 45 660.7. So that's how the US 30 should look. The monthly is higher. I think the 30 might break the trend, but I don't think it's going to do it before it retrace that high. Yeah, we got to get a confirmation. This right here is unclear price action that we seeing on a daily chart with the wicks like that. And this consolidation in here. Now I'm looking for a buy, but it's like this right here is not, I don't like this. Because we got consolidation right here. And when we in the consolidation, we don't trade that. So unless we get a clear break, like if it's still moving sideways, I wouldn't go past the weekly highs, but take profit because we got all of this consolidation. I will wait for a clear breakout before I take the 30. And for the monthly high for Nas is 24,694.45. Monthly low 23,319.46. So we got the weekly high at 24,694.45. And the weekly low at 23,319.46. Giving a mid-month resistance for 24,006.96. And a new the new weekly high is 24,789.28. The high 24,789.28. And the low 24,275.82. Giving a midweek resistance of 24,532.55. And we got the Nas making lower highs, looking like it's gonna sell. We got a retest here on the daily. Look like a retest right here. And since it made this lower high right here, since it's retested this high, it's been making lower highs. Daily. Nas is looking like it's gonna sell. It's breaking below the trend on a 4-hour. And it's coming out of a 4-hour order block. So it might sell. It's definitely looking like a sell right here. We got it below, rejecting off the monthly high. It's been making lower highs. It's coming out of a higher time frame order block. Yeah, this flat top followed by doji on a higher time frame. If we get a clear break below this, I would take the sell during New York. Nah. Especially because we going into it's a new month and a new quarter. We're going into fourth quarter. So it's gonna make its highs and its lows. You know the market usually rally on the start of a new quarter and the start of a new month. So we're gonna get some nice movement tomorrow. We're gonna see some nice movement in the market tomorrow. The new monthly high ain't really go up much. It's the same as the weekly probably. We got a new month high on gold at 38.75 at 60. The low, the monthly low is 34.90.27. So we got the monthly high at 38.75.60, and we got the monthly low 34.90.27. Given a mid-month resistance of 36.82.94. So the weekly and the monthly high is the same. And the weekly low is the same. I think it's off by like 1. Yeah. It's not gonna really make a difference. It's off by like 1. Gold is still freaking going. Gold is still making higher highs. I'm still anticipating gold to continue moving. This trend is going. So gold's going to continue up. Now you see how I got the 2 trend lines here? The reason I got it like this on gold in between the week is because how gold is continuously trending up. I'm using a bottom line, the bottom trend line for my entries. So when it pulled back towards the trend line, that's my entries. I'm using a higher trend line here for my take profit. So where I'm targeting, because that's where it's hitting. When I pull it out to the weekly, you can see that's where it's hitting on the trend in accordance with the trend. It's hitting that trend line. So that's the trend I'm following. I'm following the trend as it's going up. So that's why I have two trend lines here, simply because gold continues to make higher highs. So as gold is continuing to make higher highs to follow the direction in which it's moving, I put a trend line on the outer. So this way you can follow, you can get a estimate of a take profit because it hasn't made an indication. It keeps making higher highs. We continue to make higher highs. And then this being a new quarter, being the fourth quarter, and we're in the start of a new month today, gold is probably gonna make this move. Just looking at this candle right here, how it opened up. So your entry you should be entering in gold around 2 a.m. Okay, you want on that candle, like this right here is the 2 a.m. candle, but like this is what happened in London. That was the pullback for entry. This happened during London session. You see, you wanted to get in on the end of that pullback. The pullback towards the trend. When it pull back towards the trend, that's your entry. Gold doesn't have a big pullback. It hasn't had a big pullback as of late. It literally pulls back a little bit and continues up. It's continuing to follow the trend. We're still getting higher highs on gold. So when gold pulls back towards trend, this is my target for a buy. S&P, and that it might pull back and close out this candle, may close out this 4-hour candle here in London. And my take profit is the trend line in accordance with the trend that is following. And I'm entering in London. So I'll wait for it to pull back towards the bottom trend line. I want to get a tighter trend for the bottom. So set the bottom trend line to your daily trend here. Still coming out of a daily order block here. So I got it coming out of the end of a daily order block. This is the trend for the daily trend. So if you follow along the daily trend, you can snatch a better entry. And I'm looking for gold. The DXY is still dropping. The DXY is still dropping. It did pull up and from the previous month. So we got the new month's high on the DXY at 98.336. The monthly low at 97.840. 804.97. 804. So that's the monthly high at 98.336. The low at 97.04. 804. Given a mid-month resistance of 98.070. Then make a new weekly low on DXY 97.632. $97,181 and 97,632 as the weekly low and the week low. Midweek resistance at 97.906. We got the DXY still dropping. It look like here that it's rejecting this weekly resistance area here. It's falling out of the 4-hour order block there. And it's on a sell trend. There. So this would tell us that the gold is still buying. This is still selling. Gold is still buying. Bitcoin monthly high for Bitcoin is 114,577.39. Monthly low for Bitcoin 111,008 and 87 cents. We got the monthly high at 114,577. Got 39. The monthly low 111,008.87, giving us a mid-month resistance of 112,793.13. For the weekly high, we did make a new week high of 114. $850. That's the new week's high. So we got the monthly high, 114,850. We got the low, 111,582.65. Giving a midweek resistance of 113,216.33. So Bitcoin been trending up. I'm aiming for that order block, this daily order block up here for Bitcoin. I think it's going for the high. We got it above the midweek, above the mid-month. I think it's gonna go. It pulled down here towards the trend line, bounced off the mid-month. Yeah, it's been respecting that area. I will look for entry on Bitcoin. I will look for entry on Bitcoin. This is the high that I'm going for. You ain't scared to hold it. It's Bitcoin. Let's go. Up is not a bad move. That I'm looking for on Bitcoin.
You say BTC entry
is at 8 p.m. So in this candle here, it's going to pull back some. That's why you see it rejecting right here on this monthly high. It's rejecting.
hold on, you say my bad, you say 8 p.m.?
Yeah, it start moving in the night. Look.
Oh, okay.
When I was telling you they was doing all of that in the news, lately it's been a lot of crypto news. I don't know if you follow the news with crypto. There's been a lot of news surrounding Bitcoin and crypto, and I'm making a lot of legalizations with crypto. And they be doing it in the evening.
Where do you go to find your crypto news?
There's a page I follow on Instagram. I'm gonna send it to you in the Discord that I follow for the crypto news. But the news that I'm seeing the news come out in the evening for crypto. Like the news I was telling you about with gold, how it's been talk about them wanting to sell off the US gold reserve and dump it into crypto as a more secure platform, seeing that's how the US, they don't know if the US actually got its gold. So they want to sell off the gold in the US, like on some, like dump it off, sell it all off and dump it into Bitcoin. Now, seeing that's how gold been trending up, we would have to really see an indication for that to happen. Like if we don't see no indication that that's going to happen, a lot of people will lose money in the market. Like if they did that on some sneak in the night type stuff, like how gold moves in London, you will see that move start happening in London. Like we won't catch the news until later on after it's done, but I've been seeing that news trending on my line for a couple of days now.
So the morning 8 a.m. entries, we no longer follow that?
No, because it's moving before that. Like the crypto news been coming out in the evening. Crypto news been coming out in the evening, and y'all seeing it play on like the news in the morning. But the news before it hits like CNN and mainstream news, it's coming out in the evening. Look, if you would see this candle here, this is the 8 p.m. candle, right? If you would have waited to 8 a.m., right? Look how much movement you already would have missed.
Sheesh.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, so when you're getting in at 8, the market is already kind of, even if it pulls back, it's not pulling you out of your 8 p.m. entry. Like, it's not pulling, it's not taking, if you in accordance with the trend, it's not pulling you out of that entry. Like, it never, you would have been entering in too late at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's what I was saying, that I was saying that we was it seemed like we was getting in late. And I was like, well, what candle is it? Because I'm seeing the news on my line at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening. But we getting in the morning during New York session. New York session is when they make its big run. But if you're already in the market, you already in position. You're not trying to catch a position during New York. Let's really start moving during the New York session. So when you get in during this session, you're getting in a better position on this candle. So you can see the direction which is moving. You can catch your entry, and you can hold it into New York. But that's my target for Bitcoin. Any other ones y'all want me to look at before we close out?
So I was gonna ask you this question about so you know how like last night gold or during London it did its pullback and then we told to get in on the London entry.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I was placing an entry based on position trading. Do
Mm-hmm.
you believe that that area from London yesterday would have been a good
Hell
uh,
yeah.
uh
You
okay.
see, you
Okay.
see this area? Like, look at London area. That's just hypothetically. Like, look at where London pulled back. Look at all of that. Hell yeah, that would have been a good move. And you would have been in position to hold it to the high. Like,
Okay, okay, all right, that's a bad. And then another question, right?
mm,
How do you determine, like, I guess the trend is about to change? Because I kind of asked you that question earlier. Like the trend is about to change. So like let's say we in an uptrend, we in a like a whole long-term uptrend. Like what should I be looking for if
like
the trend is
indication.
about to
You
yeah,
want to see
yeah.
the indication on. You want to see the indication on the higher time frame. So if you looking on like the 4 hour or above, you looking for like this right here. If it would have broke this midweek level, I would have been saying that's a change of trend or like broke the trend line. But it didn't come down and break the trend line. It didn't break below the trend line. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a clear indication that's telling me that the trend, the direction of the market is changing. Like this right here with gold, gold have heavy pullbacks. So when I seen it started to reject during that Monday open, it started to reject. Like the market started to reject that during London. So, but I didn't get in during London open because I was seeing the market reject. I wanted to see. I don't like taking gold pullback, especially because the market is trending up. If I'm getting in on a pullback, then I'm trading against the trend. So I don't even be taking these sells like this. I'll wait to see where the market is pulling back to. And once I see it start going back, like pulling back up, then I'm looking for entry. Because I don't take these pullbacks and go, especially unless I see it break trend.
I see what you're saying. Basically, I gotta, like you said, like you've been saying, wait for it to show me his hand, and
Yeah.
then based on that, you know what I'm saying, that structure break or you know what I'm saying, that continuation, then you wait to get into your You wait to get into the trade during your entry time.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
I
why I
bet.
narrowed it down to
Bet.
that 2 a.m. candle has been. Look, you see, it didn't. Once it broke that 2 a.m. candle, it never came back down to. It never came back down. If you would have got in on there, you would have been in a nice position. You would have been in a nice position getting in on the 2 a.m. candle. But it pulls back during that candle. During that London open, it's gonna the market gonna pull back. So let it pull back, let it tell you which way it's going, and then you enter. Then you enter. Let us tell you which direction it's gonna move. Especially with gold. Like with gold, gotta be like you gotta have gold down to a science, otherwise you're gonna get fucked out of the market. Like you shouldn't even be trading it. Like if you're not gonna trade gold to a certain degree of how it's supposed to be traded, it's gonna fuck you up. And then if you getting in the market and gold during New York, you're getting in late. I've been trading gold for like 2 years, and when I'm getting in New York, when I entered in gold in New York, I was losing money. Like every time, it was wicking me out on the 10 a.m. candle. By the time it would hit to 10 o'clock, I'll be getting wicked out of the market. So you want to entering in London, you already in position. You'll be in the market already in your position during London by the time New York opens. Like already in profits. When New York is open and you're already in profits. So I don't know if you trade London, but if you're gonna trade gold, then you should be trading London. All right. So if that's it,
I'm
okay.
like I've been trading or whatever for I guess for like a little minute, but definitely not longer than you have. But gold looks so easy to trade, but it's not like I'm trading gold and making all this money. But I just, based on your teachings and based on what I've observed, right now, gold is making it so easy for people to trade.
Gold is running that's because gold been smoothly running up. Like the smoothness of the up movement for gold for the past 2 years is like a smooth move. Once you see the pattern of what it's doing, it's easy to trade it. Like you literally see the pattern once you start moving. Once you start trading it, you're gonna see the pattern. It's gonna be simple, especially when you entering in 2 o'clock. You entering on that London session, you can go to bed afterwards and about you already in the market. You already in the market. By the time New York open, you're already in the market in profit. So it is simple. It's very much simpler to trade, and it's easier to hold if you're doing like position. And we in the fourth quarter, so it's gonna make these last couple of days for gold is gonna make a movement. It's gonna make a nice move. So if you're looking for a position to hold, then we end the fourth quarter. You can end up fourth quarter nicely. So we're gonna go ahead, y'all. We're gonna close it out. We looking at buys for gold. 30. Wait for 30 to make a. I just noticed I stopped sharing. But wait for the 30 to make a pullback, a clear break to tell you which direction it's gonna move because it's been consolidating. And Nas look like it's gonna sell off. So I'll be looking for a sell entry for Nas during New York session. But we're gonna go ahead and end it. Let's get this money, y'all. We know which way the market is moving. Let's set it up and get this bag. Over and out.